Halo World Championship 2018. We're excited to reveal the 2018 Halo World Championship. Inside that, you will find locations in North America, Europe, Latin America, and Australia. Also, through to announce that we'll be working with Welp. Alrighty. Hello everyone, Samaritxn here, and today I'm bringing you a brand new video talking about MLG coming back to Halo. So I really just wanted to talk about the things that come with it. What are the perks of having MLG with Halo? There's a lot of nostalgia behind it, and there's things like that, but like things that like you can actually see. So the first thing is the events look. So I don't know if you guys like keep up with other esports, but if you do, then you would see, dude, my shot is ass. If you do, you would see that MLG runs amazing events. They run Gears of War, Overwatch. I think they do Overwatch as well, and Call of Duty. And the events always look amazing. The way that they do things is so good and so clean. It's hard to replicate it, if that makes sense. Dude, I am just getting shit on off spawn. But it's hard to replicate. They have been at it for a really long time, and they are extremely good at it. Hopefully I have some examples on the screen. Hopefully, if I don't, then I'll definitely like link to some Twitter videos I remember seeing of like people just walking in to the venue at the most recent Call of Duty event. It was pretty amazing. So the next thing that I want to talk about is like the work ethic of MLG. So if you didn't know, again comparing like going off of their most recent work, the last event, MLG Dallas, they had an issue where they kept having to evacuate the stadium. It wasn't like just them, like everyone had to evacuate the venue, and it was a really big deal. And it caused a lot of issues. It happened a couple times, so it caused a lot of scheduling issues with the tournament. So MLG then had to like push their championship Sundays further. That meant that like more matches were gonna have to be played, but at no point were they discouraged. There wasn't anything that was really like showing, they like weren't showing weakness to this. They were just committed to their idea that they're getting this done that day, doesn't matter, which was a huge thing to see out of them. It shows their passion for esports, and I feel like that's something that's been kind of lacking from ESL. Like I don't doubt that those guys love esports. It's just I don't know if they have the same passion for Halo as much as like everyone else seems to in the Halo community. As well as like in the COD community, like people grew up with this. This guy's gonna shit on me. Okay, but like people grew up with this, and MLG had definitely like remembers Halo. Like Halo is what like got them up, and you know it's gonna be. They're gonna work hard, is what I'm trying to say. Overall, they're just gonna work harder to make sure that the events are looking as best as they can and running as smoothly as they can. You know, COD had a ginormous open bracket, and they were still able to get through all the matches. And again, make sure that Championship Sunday was Championship Sunday. It didn't have to be pushed to another day or anything like that. They still got it done, which was amazing. You know, that's insane to do. There were like 200 and some odd teams. It was crazy. I keep repeating that word, but it was. And the next thing that I wanted to talk about was the kind of the best way to say is publicity that you get from being with MLG. So if we think to Gears of War, I think it was like Gears 4 or something, that they released a title, and they knew that they were going to make it competitive. So they look towards MLG, and them going, this guy is just, why am I getting beamed by everyone? Dude, that's not the point of the video. But they came in and they had a huge open tournament. They were able to do amazing things, and like they continue to have this steady growth because they were able to have that kind of platform, that big platform. I'm blowing this bitch up. Okay, where was I? Alright, so if it's like whenever YouTubers or like small artists got YouTube, they were able to blow themselves up because they had this platform that was just willing to help as much as they could. They wanted to give into the community as much as they could because they knew that they would get a large outcome. And that's what MLG did, and that's what MLG is continuing to do, and that's how Gears used MLG in order to get a bigger population and more eyes onto their game. And Gears is doing pretty well. I mean, they had another event. It was a good event, huge, and you continue to see their growth. Dude, why does it feel like I'm playing a team right now? Like, what's going on? But the last thing, but like that's gonna come to Halo. More eyes are gonna be on Halo now, especially since this is such a huge announcement. People would think that, oh well, MLG is going back to their roots. They're gonna be able to do this well, gonna be able to do it right. So you're gonna have a lot of people coming back, and that may interest older players to kind of look back and see how things are going and interest them, and it's going to interest new players from different games. I love COD and all, but it's really hard to break into the scene. I'm really good, I think my shot's really good, I'm going to try it out in Halo. And then they try it out, and then they're able to do pretty well. It's things that people do. Like, you're going to see more young guns that kind of do the thing that Hook did, where he was too young to compete in COD, so he came to Halo, was able to be successful. Now he went back, unfortunately, but depending on the person's situation, they might be here for a long time. And again, that's just more players to deal with, or not to deal with, but to have, which again is massive. Last thing that I wanted to talk about was the dude, fuck off. Alright, the last thing I wanted to talk about was what's gonna happen, like what should happen from here on out. Now the competitive scene is pretty set. MLG's on board, the settings are pretty good, and it looks like they're continuing to make changes in order to optimize what they have to the best of their ability, so that the game is as competitive as possible. Now, what they need to do is make sure that their social playlists are up to par with their competitive playlists. I'm not saying that like everything has to be MLG settings or anything like that, or I mean MLG, HCS, kind of the same shit at this point, right? But it doesn't have to be that way. They just have to make sure that they have fun playlists that people are able to go to on their downtime. Make them truly social. Things like Shoddy Snipes, I still believe that needs to be like a staple, non-argument. I like the idea of them doing a weekly playlist. I think it keeps things fresh, and it's a really good idea. But some things need to stay. Like they've kept Action Sack, they kept BTB. And that's great, but Shoddy Snipes and like a Social Slayer needs to be in here at all times. It's just, I think it's a non-argument. And that, again, that's going to attract more players, especially now that you have more eyes on you, like I was talking before. If they see that it's also a game that you kind of can hang out in and play, you're going to get more people to stay. It's all about getting people to stay in the game. Because as soon as the game isn't fun, if they're like moving because of an age restriction in the game that they would like to compete in, then those aren't long-lasting.
I swear to God, every game I play, I get betrayed by one idiot in a fucking band. Every time.
But this guy, man.
It's ridiculous. Yesterday I got fucking killed by somebody, and
I don't know if you guys can hear him, so I'm just gonna talk over him. But it's all about keeping the people that you bring in. So as long as they continue that, or try to get that going, I think that Halo is going to be in a good state. I think we're going to be fine. as far as like, oh, Justin, like, I thought you were doing COD and whatnot, just gonna be straightforward, honest with you guys. It's kind of up in the air right now, especially with ML. You know, it was because of the announcement of MLG that it's been up in the air. So, you know, you guys will know something after the new year. All right, so. Thank you guys for watching, all the support, even whenever I was playing COD. There probably will be some COD videos still, because I'm going to go on there and play doubles with my friend Keegan, who I made a video with, the genius strats. It was really fun to play with him again, so I'm more than likely going to do that again. But yeah, that's all for today, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys tomorrow.